So tell us about your role in this whole exciting thing, please.
Well, she's a sensitive, so basically she feels emotions and can feel through all of her, senses and can feel what's going on with another person through an object, through touching them. So basically, if you're hiding a thought and, Zed touches you, she knows exactly what you're hiding.
Don't touch.
So honestly, that's really awesome, concerning Constantine, because he's like so secretive of his own life. So, he's a bullshitter, so he can't bullshit Zed.
Now, did you read the comics at all to get prepared for the role, just to kind of get an idea of what the feel of it was?
Well, thank God I signed on. DC Comics gave me a stack.
Here's Hellblazer.
As they should.
And here you go. Anything you want to read out of DC Comics? I'm like, really? Yes, jackpot. So I started reading a lot, and I'm still reading. And you have to go back because the characters
been going on forever.
The characters change and things, so you have to pull from here, pull from over there. So it's really cool.
Were you familiar with the comics before, or have you read comics generally before this? Or
honestly, I really haven't been that much into comics, and you see some stuff with DC, you grow up around that, and it's inevitable. But I really wasn't into it. But you see films and you hear stories and you get into it, and then it's so funny. Before I was doing Constantine, I saw the movie. I started seeing Zed everywhere. Everywhere I would drive, I would see a Z or the name Zed. It's this is visions coming together, and it's so funny because Zed has visions all the time. So it's pretty cool. It's weird but cool. Yeah.
So when you're acting the visions, when you're doing that, how do you get into that? It seems like a more challenging thing to have to kind of portray that when something's going on in your head.
Well, when something happens to you consistently throughout since you're a teenager and you become an adult, it doesn't become as weird anymore because you become familiarized with it. So it's something that comes second nature. So I think that's what Zed is. It's she already knows she's a weirdo. She's not going to talk about it out loud because people are going to look at her and stare at her, So she's okay, fine. This is what I deal with. This is who I am. But she doesn't admit it. She doesn't, say it out loud. She doesn't quite know that she has certain things until Constantine comes in and shows her a path, which is pretty amazing.
What does it explore that relationship? How far into the relationship does it go with Zed and Constantine?
It's a push and pull.
Throughout that.
And they don't want to admit what is going on within themselves, with each other, with the situations. They don't want to admit they need each other. Maybe they need each other's help or push. So it's pretty interesting because when two people don't want to admit they mesh well together, it's fun.
We're going to wrap that there. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Good rest of the con.